Now this build is already in progress as we speak, and I thought I'd best show you my take 2 on this and explain why I've done a complete U-turn over this. Now I was all set to build this and crack on with it, but I got a couple of constructive comments down below in that vid, so I thought I'd get this one out of the way while I'm building it. That way cut down on the waffle in the actual build video. So I looked at ways to cover the rail on this and came up with this tab and slot affair. It's just a fairing that will cover the rails on the y-axis. The side panel here might be overkill. I'm not sure whether I should leave this open or what. And if I undo the screws on it, this whole thing will just slide forward. So the top parts of this slide-on fairing actually overlap the water pan by about 1 inch all round. If you look at it when the fairing's on, there's a bit of clearance top and bottom of the carriage plate that you see there, so that will slide back and forth smoothly without that impeding. The stepper motors I'm actually using are a lot taller than what you see here. The gearbox included, having them horizontal off the sides of the table is not really an option with the space I've got, so in sticking with the way they're situated here, this gear rack is having to come off this table by at least 30 mil. So this is a piece of 30 mil box section. I'm going to have to weld that to that and probably this box section to that. These 2 folded pieces you see here are just dust covers. They'll be screwed on 3 screws, so we'll just get rid of that. So the other comment I got was from a Mr. Rod W regarding, well, he touched on maybe adding a floating head and proximity switches. This was the best I could come up with, so if we just grab that. So as you can see, that's the floating head. You can see as this come up, it trips that proximity switch. Now this switch here has got a threaded body, so I can adjust that and bring it way down. And these 2 bolts you see here, there'll be springs. I've got to get a collection of springs and have a bit of an experiment with them. So as my z-axis travels downwards, the end of the plasma torch will touch the material, and as it does, it's going to trip this proximity switch here, letting the controller know it's touch base basically. I'm just winging it. I'm sure there's things that are going to need to be changed along the way. Now I have actually got a dozen or so of these proximity switches, and I think that's a keeper there. I like that one. So the table you see here, that's all going to be fully welded, barring this top piece of box section you see here, either side. What I've opted for is something I've used quite a bit in one fab shop I used to work at, and we called them spigots. So usually these would be laser cut and folded. I'd probably have weld nuts or nut certs put in them. They're really handy, and I think this machine's a good candidate for these. So this is 40 mil box section, 4 mil wall. I could go thicker mil wall and just tap and thread them, but I'm just going to opt to weld these 2 M12 nuts on the back of each one. Like I said, I'm not feeling super confident about welding these and getting them bang on. So this idea gives me room to play about and tweak things. So, right, so that's the machine. As you can see, there's quite a bit of laser cutting to be done here. So I have got a quote for all this laser cutting, and I think it comes to, with that and materials all in, 240 quid. Or pounds. I don't know what that equates to dollars off the top of my head, but I thought that was quite good. There'll be a little bit to go on top of that, no doubt, because I've not got a quote for the actual folding of the water pan and those 2 dust guards you see either side here. But yeah, I thought the price was quite good for all that, and it's the same company, Marlboro Laser, that cut out that welding table I did a month or so back. I thought the laser cutting on that was top drawers. I think the hard work in all this for me has been the CAD. The machine itself's gonna fly together like a kid's Meccano set. There's nothing really to it once you break it down. But I am flapping a bit over the actual wiring when I get to that point. So stay tuned, that's your lot.